Hi, this is a brief demonstration of MetalShop Enterprise Edition. I'm going to show you how to use it to run your scrapyard. It'll take care of all your purchases and sales, allow you to keep track of your customers, and maintain your metals and allocate your locations. Start it locally here. When it first starts up, you notice you have a list of batches over here. These are your purchases. These are the details. I'm going to start with an example of a new customer so you can see how a customer is added. I'm going to call him Johnson Doe. Any street, any town, and you don't have to fill all these fields out. And then you can go and get a picture that you previously scanned in of their driver's license. Use this, these are all demo or mock driver's licenses. You can save that, and you can see he's in the database. You can close this or just minimize it. Now if you create a new batch because the customer is bringing metal into you, you're going to purchase it from them. You can get them from, this is a search here. If you just hit name with that blank, it'll find everybody, or you can just find Johnson Doe, and it starts off with a new detail. So let's just say that he had 400 pounds of batteries. Calculate that, that would be $56. You could save that. I'm going to explain briefly about the metals. Go to the edit metal screen. We'll just take copper, for example. You notice that it has the default unit of measurement of pounds. This is the price per pound, and it is in the location back room. You could change this location there from all the available locations that you define in the system. If you notice some of these other items, converters, they have type each. And if you go to steel number 1, it has the unit of measurement of ton, because that's how you purchase it, $175 a ton. If you go and check out your location and look at the location for number 1 prepared, you notice it's in gross tons. You could change this if you want, but it's possible that you store it in the yard in gross tons because that's how the mill buys it from you, and that's how you want to store it and track it. But you purchase it in tons, but you weigh it in pounds on the scale, and that filters through all the way up the line, and I'm going to show you that as we go. For example, I'm going to create a new detail item here, and we're going to do steel number 1. If you notice, the unit of measurement is ton, but we're going to weigh it in pounds because they brought 4,200 pounds. That would be $367.50. So we're going to save that item. You create a new item. Let's just say it's converter. They had 1 at $100. Save. Now you notice you can go up to this view over here and see any of the details. If you go on the name, it automatically creates a new record for you. None of that information is saved until you hit save. You can create a new batch. You can empty that out, get a default lookup, and because this person has been here before, you can just add them a new record for them. 6,700 pounds of insulated wire number 1. Okay, so now these people have brought you metal, you have purchased it, I'm going to show you now how you could print the purchase order so they can sign it and get paid. Just hit print, and it creates a PDF file that you could print. I'm going to get into my view screen here. I use I'm on Linux right now with an oddball document viewer, so it doesn't pop up automatically, but if you're using Adobe Reader, they pop up automatically. You don't have to open it like I just did. But anyways, you could print that here or do whatever you want with it. It's all system dependent. This is all subject to change. You can edit all of this stuff in your settings. But now you could print that, the customer could sign it, and they could be on their way. And you have a saved copy of it, and you also have information saved in the database for that. For example, you could just go find all the purchase that you made from Darth Vader. In this case, there only happens to be one. But if you search for John or any occurrence of it, it'll find everybody that has that in their name. Anyway, so now you've made purchases. At the end of the day, you want to move that metal into their proper locations. You could do that. It has every detail item here. Now, because you earlier defined, when you defined the metal, you defined its default location. When you go to change one of these, or when you go to put it in its location, it's going to automatically default to that. You can change this. You can put it in a different location. You just have to do a search for it. But anyways, just changing back to it refreshes your defaults. Let me see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to move half of this one over here. You notice it takes it away from there and puts it there. And then I'm going to take the other half and put it in the brass barrels, in the brass rads, for whatever reason. You notice this is stored in gross tons because you only maybe bring your brass rads in when you get 5 gross tons. It's just a way of tracking it, and you set it up any way you want. Now you notice you have the rest of these items that needed to be allocated into their location. You could do that quickly because they're all going to go into their defaults. So just say allocate all items, and all that information move to its location. So if you wanted to go check out any location and how much is in it, you could search for it here, or just do a default search and it'll give you all of your locations. You could see what your values are right down the line here, or you could open the record, change it, whatever. You could also move stuff from one location to the other. Just do default search. Let's just say you wanted to move all of your stuff from the not prepared pile, because now it's technically prepared. You have to do this manually too. Notice that you could change any of the unit of measurements here, because chances are you're weighing it on a scale in pounds. This is stored in gross tons right here. So I'm just going to say removed 4,000 pounds into the prepared dumpster, because I just prepared 2 tons of it. I hit save here. You notice it does all the unit of measurement conversions automatically across the board. And that's an example of how to move it. And pretty much that's it. That's a quick demo.